Hi everybody, today I am going to do a tutorial and review for you guys on the NYX Nude on Nude palette. NYX has two palettes called the Nude on Nude palette, which is actually, they have a smaller palette, it's only like 8 shadows or something in it, called the Nude on Nude palette, which is the original one, which they still sell, and then they also sell this one now, which is also called the Nude on Nude palette, but it's significantly larger. I got this at Ulta. They also sell it on, you know, probably like NYX.com and Cherry Culture and all those sites. But I did get mine at Ulta. It has 20 shadows. Nude shadows. Obviously the name is the Nude on Nude palette. Comes with this mirror right here. And also it has a slide out compartment in the bottom, which I just dropped an applicator, which has 10 lipsticks, potted lipsticks. So what I am going to do is, I'm not going to swatch all of these for you because there's a lot to swatch, but I am going to post pictures in this video of the swatches, but I'm not really going to swatch most of them here. So first I am going to talk a little bit about the palette and what I think about it and kind of review it for you guys, and then I'll get into the tutorial on the makeup that I'm wearing right now, which I got from using this palette. So first of all, I'll start off with the shadows. You get 20 shadows for, I think it's like $20 to $25 I paid for this at Ulta, which is an amazing deal. Like, this is a really great bargain. Obviously, the amount of product you get for the price is really great. Now, as far as the quality of the shadows and the color range and everything like that, they actually have a pretty good color range. You get a lot of different colors, nude colors, you get some lighter colors, you get a different mix of textures, you get matte colors and shimmery colors, you get a lot of light highlights, lid colors, some different colors like this goldenrod color here and like the matte pink up here. You get some bronzy colors, you get some grays, you get some taupes, you get some browns, you get some charcoals, you get a black, some silvers, you get a lot of different colors here. I'm thinking that this is NYX's kind of answer to the Urban Decay Naked palette. I'm not even going to compare them because the Urban Decay Naked palette is so much better than this, just, you know, the quality of the shadows and everything like that. So on that note, I will talk about the quality of the shadows here. The quality of these shadows are about the same as any NYX shadow that you're going to get. With that being said, I don't like NYX shadows. I know a lot of people really like them and they compare them to MAC shadows. I just don't see it. Every time I buy a NYX palette or NYX shadows, I'm always very disappointed. They're always really powdery, I get a lot of fallout, and there's like no pigmentation. They're so hard to apply. You really have to work with them to make them work, and that goes for the same thing as far as these goes. I have to say I was suckered in by the price point and by you know, the range of colors and the packaging here with this. I kind of went back and forth on buying this because I'm like, I don't really like NYX shadows, but maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. I wasn't. These shadows here are pretty much the same. The matte shadows are very chalky. These shimmery shadows are not pigmented and have a lot of fallout. I find with a lot of the darker shadows that they're hard to apply. They're not easily blendable. They're splotchy. They create a lot of fallout when you try and blend them, and then they just make up my eyes look dirty. Like some of these brown colors, like these two deeper brown colors right here, they make my eyes look dirty. They make me look like I have dirt on my eyes, like I need to wash my face. Like, I just don't like NYX shadows. But if you love NYX shadows, then you'll love this palette because these shadows are pretty much the same as any NYX palette. But, I mean, there are a lot of shadows here. I did pay for it, so I do use it. I have actually been using it a lot this summer since I bought it, because you can make these work. They're just not you know, I wouldn't repurchase this. This isn't, you know, NYX shadows aren't my number one. And I love NYX. NYX has such great lip products, eyeliners, lip liners, blushes, you know, the jumbo eyeshadow pencils I love. NYX has some really, really great products. I just am not a fan of their eyeshadows. I'm really not. With that, you get this little drawer on the bottom which slides out with 10 potted lipsticks. Now with this product, I thought this would just be like a little bonus. These wouldn't have any pigmentation at all, and actually this turned out to be my most favorite part of the palette. I'm actually wearing one of the lip colors on my lips right now. These are all very creamy and incredibly, incredibly, incredibly opaque. You get a pretty wide range of shades here. You get a lot of pinks. There's definitely a lot of pink here, but you get some mauve-y ones, some natural ones, some, you know, reds, some berry colors, definitely more in the pink shades here. So if you like pink lip colors and varying degrees of pink lip colors, you'll like these lipsticks. They're all fantastic. They're all just pretty much that satin typical lipstick, you know, finish, your typical lipstick finish, except for two of them are a little frosty. These are amazing, the lip colors. The only thing is that they're in this big chunky palette, so when you put the lip color on in the morning, I'm not taking this with me in my purse. This thing is huge and it's going to crack and get all dirty. So there's really not much you can do to reapply this lipstick throughout the day. So while it's nice to put on first thing in the morning, they're not particularly long wearing. They're about as long wearing as any typical lip product, but you can't reapply them because they're in this big chunky palette. So all in all, my review of this has got to be pretty much a fail. I don't really like it all that much. If you do love NYX eyeshadows, then you will love this palette, and I know a lot of people do, so because the quality of these eyeshadows are about the same as any NYX eyeshadows that I have tried. So yeah, for me, not so good. If you don't like NYX eyeshadows, you're not going to like this. If you like NYX eyeshadows, you're going to like this. And then the lip thing in the bottom is a nice little bonus, but definitely not a reason to just buy this, even though the lipsticks are really nice. You can't reapply them throughout the day unless you want to carry this big chunky thing around with you. I actually really do like the packaging on a note. It's sturdy, it's plastic. I like how it flips open here and you get this mirror. And then I like the little drawer on the bottom for the lip products. So that's pretty good, but otherwise, not so great, but I should have known better. And I also like how they have this little window on the packaging up here and you can see the top row of shadows. So I will actually get on to showing you my swatches of all these shadows, and also I will show you the tutorial for the look that I'm wearing right now. My favorite shadows in the palette, I have to say, are the grays. I have like a gray eye look going on here with some blue liner as a pop of color, and I have another planned tutorial to show you guys with this palette, and it's also featuring the grays. So I have to say, the way I've been making this work is I've been using the grays. I really, really do enjoy the gray eyeshadows in this palette. They are very nice, and I think that just might come from the fact that I don't have a lot of gray shadows in my collection, and I do like to wear grays, so this gives me actually a lot of grays. There's like 4 to 5 grayish colors in here, which I think the Urban Decay Naked palette does not have. They don't offer any grays in that palette except for that one gunmetal color, which I do really like, and I've been into grays lately, so I do like this palette for that. But if you wanted to do, you know, buy a NYX palette with grays, they actually do have, I think, a palette of like 10 to 8 gray shadows that they sell now, which you could buy, which is probably cheaper than this. So that's my kind of silver lining. My upside to this is I do like the gray shadows, but stay tuned for the swatches and the tutorial for the look I'm wearing right now. This is the finished look. I just used my NYX blush in Angel on the cheeks, and then I just lined my waterline with a black pencil liner, and I just put a couple coats of black mascara on. On the lips, I used this shade here, which is a bright bubblegum pink, very opaque. Like I said, I love the formula of these lipsticks. I love the opacity of them. It's just that you can't really take this around with you too much because it's in this big chunky palette, so you can't really apply throughout the day if you're going out. What else? Yeah. So that's it, pretty much my review in the NYX Nude on Nude palette. Confusing name because they have another smaller palette that they still sell that has this name. Shadows not so great, but pretty much on par with the rest of NYX's shadows. Great lipsticks, but can't really reapply them throughout the day because they're in this big thing.